about Hermes. The Hermes game, the pre-spend, the toxic relationships, anxiety, abnormal amount of money, and finally, the reward. I am finally breaking silence on my honest opinions on the brand and the brand's marketing strategies as an Hermes collector of many years myself, and as someone that helps you troubleshoot your Hermes situations every single day. I'm finally letting you know my honest opinions on the brand. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Tania and I love Hermes bags. I love the quality, I love the designs, it really aligns with me and my values, and I've been buying the brand for many years. Subscribe to my channel if you love the brand or want to know how to buy Hermes bags, and follow me on Instagram for exclusive content. This video has been long coming. I'm finally going to be addressing the truth about the Hermes game, the pre-spend, the Birkin bait, however you call it, the toxic relationship, the push and pull, the crazy highs and lows that Hermes wants you to go through, and all of the hoops you need to jump to get to the Birkin bag. A quick recap: Hermes is very famous for their bags, especially the Hermes Birkin and the Hermes Kelly bags. They're so hard to get, everybody knows that, they're so expensive, best of the best, status symbol, etc, etc. So how do you actually acquire these bags? The Hermes game, basically, in a nutshell, is Hermes rewards their most loyal customers with an offer of a Birkin or a Kelly bag. They're hard to get, they're regulated, you can't buy a lot of them, they're really expensive, and usually you need to spend a significant amount of money, like $10, $15, $20, $30,000 in order to be offered or invited to spend $15,000 on a bag. I know it sounds crazy, and why do people participate? So let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Hermes implemented these crazy marketing strategies because the Birkin bag has become a status symbol. How do you keep the status symbol of the elite, of the people that have money? Is by limiting the supply, so increasing the demand. The demand for these bags is so high that the natural selection processes that you need to be a good customer is becoming harder and harder every single day. So essentially you need to spend more time, effort and money to get an Hermes bag from the Hermes boutique. I also think that wealthy people are used to be treated in a certain way at shops and in life. You know, they are used to getting the best treatment, and Hermes comes in and it sort of doesn't really care like how wealthy you are, unless you're like, of course, an A-list celebrity or a billionaire or from a very famous family. Then they'll treat you nice. But usually the average people, Hermes employees, they don't treat you that well, which is refreshing for most people that are used to be treated very nicely. And because they make you jump through all these hoops, you know, you need to wait a certain amount of time, you need to spend a certain amount of money, and then they will reward you with a bag that you might not even want. It might not be the color that you want, or the hardware, or the leather, or even the type of bag. So I think that's why their marketing strategy is so highly effective. Not only are they driving sales to their non-leather good departments, they're also making this undivided loyalty to the brand. Think about the Stockholm syndrome. Look it up. I think that Hermes is implementing like similar marketing strategies. For a lot of people, it is working because, you know, these bags are so hard to get. When you get one, you feel better about yourself. You're like, oh my god, I finally own one. So this kind of feeling of high is what keeps Hermes customers going back and back and back. So there is a lot of psychology behind it. And I know when I'm saying the Stockholm syndrome, it may sound really strong, but it's true. It's a very one-sided relationship, right? You're making all the effort, the customer's making all the effort, and then the Hermes employees and sales managers and things like that, they're just so used to, you know, the customers being at their feet pretty much, ready to do whatever to get the most coveted bags. Again, excellent marketing strategy, but I of course wish things were different. I have been buying the brand for many years. I have experienced the Hermes high, you know, getting your dream bag many times, and you know, temporarily it does make you feel better. However, I'm at this point of my life, and I'm at this point of Hermes journey, that I personally really like to be treated well. You know, having helped so many of you spend so much time at the Hermes stores all across the world, I do Hermes research for fun. I travel to different countries and try different Hermes stores, try buying bags there and succeed. And then, I have my H&R circle where I help all of you guys get your dream Hermes bags. So I have had a lot of Hermes in my life, and I just feel like they're making it harder and harder for people to get the Hermes bags. And I have seen it become more and more toxic over the last year and a half. And I think that I'm not at that point yet, but I'm getting close to that point that I might say, like, you know what, enough is enough, at least for me. While I do have an amazing relationship with my sales associate and I do get my dream bags, I'm not complaining. There's so many people that are not getting bags, right? I just, as a person, the strategy that Hermes is implementing does not really align with me anymore. And that's why it makes it harder and harder for me to go back to the brand and support the brand that is implementing all of the marketing strategies. Like, right, Hermes was just sued in America, and I was given an interview to ABC about like what I think of the lawsuit and everything, and the psychology behind the Hermes game. I wish things were different. Now, my business mind understands that it's an excellent strategy for business and it works. So that's why they're still doing it. But is it a good human strategy? I personally don't think so. I, again, wish things were different. I wish that customers were happier. And I wonder if there is another way of driving a lot of sales to the brand, but still while making a positive customer experience and removing sort of like the toxicity out of it. I'm really curious to see where Hermes is going to end up in like a year or two, because Hermes is like this bubble that is about to burst because there's so many customers spending a ridiculous amount of money. And the thing is that Hermes is still making really high quality bags, and that's why I personally state it's for the quality of the bags, because I can't find the same quality anywhere else. Like, if you know other amazing quality designer brands, please tag them below, because I really want to start evaluating. I really want to start buying bags that are maybe not as well known as Hermes and that are not considered a status symbol, that are excellent, amazing quality, but there's no like this toxic cycle, this vicious toxic cycle that I see going with Hermes. Because you get one bag and then you're like, oh my god, I really like this bag, and then you have to do it all over again for the second bag and the third and the fourth and so forth. Now, don't get me wrong, again, as I mentioned, I love the brand, I love the aesthetic of the brand, and I love the quality, but I wonder if there's a better marketing strategy that would still satisfy the growth and their business needs and make the customers happy. For those of you that studied economics, please let me know what you think. I would be really curious to hear your opinions. And if you have an Hermes situation that you're struggling with, let me know in the comments and I will record more videos to help you. As always, with love.